Surprise, motherfucker! Hey, from the diaphragm, wherever that is. I don't know if it's here or down here or over there. I don't know. Um, I'd like to share with you a revelation I've had. So, okay, starting sort of from the beginning, but recently. I made a video a little while ago about the objective superiority of old school systems and playstyles because they better facilitated immersion. And there's been a lot of discussion, not only on that video, but all throughout social media, because I posted it a bunch of different places. Facebook, and mostly the discussion has been on Facebook, even though I posted everywhere else, like Twitter and MeWe and different forums. Anyway, so the revelation. There is a revelation. I wasn't just making that up or doing a thing from the Matrix. Apparently, I think this is my theory, but I think it's a real thing. Of course, I'd like to hear your feedback too. There are two different kinds of immersion, and this is why we keep talking past each other and not fully understanding the other side. Okay, so usually when old school gamers talking about immersion, and I'm breaking this down into the simplest possible forms. It's me with an axe. That's the first immersion I'm going to call. So when we're talking about immersion, we're talking about I feel like I am in this world, this campaign setting, but it's me, but I'm also like a wizard or a barbarian or something like that. And the character is your alter ego, your way into the game. But it's you're experiencing it yourself through the other character, through this alter ego. Okay, so that's the first type. Then there's the second type of immersion, which is me as someone else. So you're playing a role, you're playing another character, like an actor would. That, for a lot of modern and new school gamers, not just D&D, but primarily D&D, that is a different kind of immersion that they're going for, that they're talking about. So when old school gamers are talking about immersion and the new school gamers are talking about immersion, we're talking about two similar but still different and distinct things. And that's why, like I said, we're talking past each other. We don't understand fully what the other person is talking about. We're talking about one kind of immersion. The other person is talking about a different kind of immersion, but we're using the same exact word. And it's confusing as fuck. And that's why not everybody, but a lot of people are saying like, oh, well, you're arguing in bad faith, or it's not the same, or you're using the word wrong, or, I think immersion is, comes about like this through modern D&D. And like old school are like, no, this is how you get more immersion. So, and I never thought of it like that. When people talked about wanting to inhabit another character, to like play a role, and like I want to, like players that say like, oh, I want to play someone else, someone not like me, and I wanted to play as them. I never really considered that immersion, but apparently they do, and so that's why when we talk about immersion, they're understanding it on a whole different level. And the miscommunication creates all kinds of confusion and conflict and everything else. So I still maintain that for the old school, the me with an axe type of immersion, that old school systems and play styles are better at getting that type of feel, that type of immersion. And that, So they're objectively superior because they get what you're after in a role-playing game, because you play role-playing games for fun. And the kind of fun that you generate with a role-playing game specifically is immersion. That's how you get that type of fun that you can't get anywhere else, really. But for new schoolers, they want a different kind of immersion, which is, they want to play a different role, and they want to be that other character. And for them, I guess it's a better way of facilitating that is with more newer new school role-playing games, specifically Dungeons and Dragons. Now, what I like about 5th edition is that it's kind of a hybrid between the two. And I think there's also a lot of go-between and hybridization between the two different kinds of immersion. Not everybody is like on the far one side or for the far other side. There's a lot of mixing in between. Like, some people see immersion as both. Like, they want to feel like they are in that world as that character, experiencing it themselves. But they also, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, want to experience that as another character, as someone completely different than themselves. So that's I don't know, that's very interesting. And I think that could solve a lot of problems. So hopefully I haven't rambled too much in this video. But take that, think about it, and let me know what you think. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things. I would too like to get to 1,000 subscribers one day. And only you can make that happen. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Yeah, I think that's an important discovery, at least for me, because now I can understand a whole swath of gamers that I couldn't really understand before, because, we were talking about different things. It always helps to define your terms. And I finally pulled enough definition out of the new school, the modern D&D gamers, where I understand that their version of immersion is completely different than mine. Okay, that's it. Have a good one.